Two comedians who were alive in the 80s, drawn by a girl who wasn't even alive in the 90s. Reverse icebreaker, matric or treat. Ask us anything that you want. Ask us anything that you want. With Steve Hofstadter and Daniel Muggleton, it's a party. Yeah, all right. That I forgot that one existed.
Confuses me every time.
Yeah. Look, it wasn't bad. I think it was kind of nice in a weird way, but like it certainly wasn't what I thought was going to be. Because I've just got a folder of them, Steve. I got them all saved, and I'm just like, whoa, that one's got a weird title, and I thought I'd give it a go.
I like that you just played the theme that's titled "Whoops."
How dare you imply that any of these are a mistake?
Yeah, that's a good point. Speaking of mistakes, I've got some stories.
I mean, speaking of mistakes is a weird way to introduce the fact that you attended Rachel's wedding over the weekend. I think that's not a ringing endorsement of her nuptials.
Happy birthday.
That part
Yeah.
was not the mistake.
Okay.
Her wedding was absolutely lovely. It was very perfectly Rachel. But here's the thing about Costa Rica. I don't know if you know this, but it has a lot of beachfront.
Beachfront.
Yeah, it being the coast and all.
Oh, is that what Costa stands for?
Yeah,
Oh, I wonder if that's true.
What does Rica stand for?
Rico Suave. It's the
Lovely. Okay.
it stands the Rico Suave coast.
Yep.
So, so we went to the beach and I have learned something about myself that I am willing to admit.
Sure.
If you ever go boating with me, don't.
Put you on a boat.
I'm actually fine on the boat. I am a liability in the ocean.
Can you swim?
I can swim. What I
like a
can't
speedo?
do is enjoy it. So here, I'll explain, okay? I love the water. I love being out of the water, near the water. You know what I mean? Like I like being water adjacent. And
You like
so-
looking at water while being dry.
Yeah, even a little bit splashed is fine. So I was they have these things. So I have never done much like water activity. Like some people grow up going to like a lake in the summer, etc. I am from Queens. We go to Jones Beach or Rockaway Beach. Both are places where it's like go in the water, but make sure to disinfect afterward. You know, that kind of beach.
Yeah.
So yeah, because and it's hard to disinfect from needles. So it's Queens. So anyway,
Yes.
I did not know what a banana boat is. Do you know what a banana boat is?
It's a brand.
Well, Banana Boat is an Australian brand of sunscreen.
Yes, it is that. But
Okay.
it is also apparently, it's this like, I don't know if it was inflatable. It seemed like it might be inflatable. I don't know, but it's this kind of long boat that you sit on, kind of the shape of a hot dog, really.
Or a banana, maybe.
And no, but it wasn't, is the thing. It was just yellow. It was a yellow hot dog. Fuck this banana boat stuff. It's like, hey, want to get on a yellow hot dog boat? That's what they should have said. So, but that doesn't market as well. So, anyway, you're supposed to, there are like these ropes on it that you hold on to.
Yeah.
And you get towed by a fast speedboat thing.
Deb's had it on her
Speedboat.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deb's had it on her phone, and then suddenly it was Wheel of Fortune.
Oh. Okay.
That looks straight like a banana. I'm sorry. Steve.
That's much more banana-y than the one I was on. I was on a hot dog.
You were on
What
hot
hot
dog.
dogs is Steve eating? My God. Sorry.
I was on a hot dog one. Okay.
Yes.
So they ask us, they're like, hey, because like we went on this tour thing. And they were like, okay, we're going to go banana boating now. And I was like, I'll go on a boat. I love going on boats. Boats are great. Boats are out of the water. So they explain to us, and then they go, do you want to go fast or slow? And I was like, well, how much of a difference is there? And he goes, well, fast, you get tipped over more times. And I was like, slow, please. Tipped over? I don't want to get tipped over. And apparently, that's the point of a banana boat. What they do is they tug you, and then suddenly
They tug you.
Well, they would have rathered that, honestly.
So what you're saying is they pull you off land.
Yeah,
and then
they pull you off land. They're like, "Hey, you ready? Come." And so they tow you.
There we go.
With a motorboat. They tow you with a motorboat.
Costa Rica's so sexy.
And what they do, it's very sexy. And what they do is then the motorboat suddenly turns to create like a wave, which will then flip the hot dog banana.
Yeah, and then everyone gets wet.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Then everyone gets wet. Everyone goes down and gets wet. So I didn't know any of this, and I had said while we're still on the shore, I'm like, I don't want to get tipped over. Do we have to get tipped over? And the guy, there's a bit of a language barrier.
Yeah.
And then the other people on our banana boat, so it's me and Savannah on the banana, and then it's
You've heard of Elf on the Shelf. Now we've got Savannah on the banana. Yeah.
So then there's a guy about my age, and then his 2 young children. And the kids are like, "We want to go fast." And I'm like, I don't want to be on this one. Can we do a different one? And I basically get shamed/bullied into doing this by 2 young children.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, it's probably not that big of a deal. I could deal with it. And they give you like a life jacket and a helmet, by the way. They're very safety conscious. I deserved the helmet, let me tell you. Yeah, I mean, I should have had to have worn the helmet the rest of the day. So what happens is they bring us out there and they tell you, like, as you feel it tipping, let go. It's safer that way.
Yeah.
Like, there are some people who like try to hold on like they're riding a bull or something. But I was like, okay. So I don't really understand what's happening. A lot of this is knowledge I have now that I did not have then. A lot of this is like me piecing together the wreckage in my brain, you know? So at the time, I'm just like, oh, we're going to be towed out into this gorgeous like bay that leads into the Pacific Ocean. And it's just like the bluest water I've ever seen. And the rock formations that are coming out of it are awesome. And you see wildlife. It's just, it's such a lovely day. And they wanted to ruin it. Because they tipped me. They tipped us all, and I didn't like it. And on the way out, on the way to the island, this island, it's like an hour boat ride on the way to the island. And so on the boat, Savannah's joking around about like, because we're on the side of the boat, like looking over it, and it's great. And Savannah's joking around about like, oh, if I fell off, what would you do? And I was like. That's her giggling in the background. I hope you guys can hear that.
That's an awful question, Savannah.
It is. And so I said, at the time, this is before I was thrown into the ocean. I said, honestly, I'd probably get someone who's a much better swimmer than I am. And if I had, and if I didn't have access to that, I would of course jump in. I was like, but, I don't want to have to make them rescue us both. Like, I would find someone competent and help guide if I, and then, so the banana boat happens, I get thrown into the ocean, and I am fucking miserable. I am very miserable. And by the way, before I get thrown into the ocean, I already knew it was going to be bad. I forgot about this part. So the guy who's driving our banana boat, so he starts up his motorboat, and one of the like tow lines gets caught in the engine or in the propeller.
Yeah.
And so he's got to take it out of the propeller. And instead of him being like, oh, this is a thing that happens, he spends the next 2 minutes straight just cursing in Spanish. It was just...
Yeah.
And by the way, again, 2 kids on the banana boat, probably like 7 and 9 years old, who speak Spanish. And this full-grown adult is just like, fuck this shit, this fucking shitty job, I fucking hate it here, and like just going on. And I'm like, ooh, this part of high school Spanish I remember.
Yeah.
But when you have, like, that guy is not going to be very sensitive to a grown adult being like, I don't want to do this. So
Yeah.
I get hurled into the ocean, and immediately get a big old smile, like, want to go again? And I'm like, no. And by the way, that's a word in Spanish also. I shouldn't have to translate that one. But instead, I had to be... Because then he gets on the boat and he starts, like, driving us super fast again. And he's, like, looking back all smiley, like, about, like, it's ready to go again. And I'm just going, like, no. Because my eyes are burning, my mouth is burning, my chest is burning. Like, it's just all salt water. Like, I don't know how to not swallow salt water when you get thrown into the ocean.
What?
Uh-huh.
Close your mouth.
Swallowed a bunch of salt water? First of all, Dan, you've known me for many years. I'm incapable of closing my mouth.
That's true.
That's why he has a job.
Yeah.
Steve's on the banana boat looking at the kids being like, yeah, you know, my merch comes in kids sizes. Like, just straight in.
Yeah, it was absolutely miserable. And then he did take us back to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And he did, you know, he drove super fast, or piloted out of whatever the word is, very, very fast to the beach. And I'm like, you know, holding onto the thing. And that part was very enjoyable. I would have loved to have been towed around on a fucking giant banana hot dog. That'd have been great. That would have been lovely. But instead, I was hurled into the ocean where I am a liability. And afterward, on the way back, I was like, by the way, Savannah, if you fall in, please don't. Don't fall.
So like, was Savannah on the banana boat with you?
Yes, and then she was off the banana boat with me as well.
And back
she
on the banana.
did fine because she grew up in a place where they go to lakes in the summer.
Okay.
So she knows how to do this stuff. I don't.
She's aware of that when you don't want water to come in you.
Close your mouth.
I mean, I wanted to close my mouth, but I also, like, was hurled into the ocean. It was without knowing what was happening.
Yeah, Steve, I think that's what the kids would describe as the fun bit.
Yes. Absolutely they would, which is why they wanted to do it and why I disagree with them.
Excuse me, could you tell me precisely when we're going to be hurled into the ocean so I can remember to close my mouth?
Yes. Be like, in addition
Gracias.
to this comically small life jacket for me, could you also and this helmet that was still dripping when you handed it to me?
Yeah. What are they drying the helmets out? Come on.
Yeah.
In my head, Steve, this is probably incorrect, but in my head, you're the only one who was handed a helmet, and I enjoy that image.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit much that they bubble wrapped me, but yeah. So I had a lovely, lovely time in Costa Rica. Fuck the ocean.
Fuck the ocean, dude. The ocean fucked you. Let's not get into a pissing contest
That's
there.
called an enema.
That's a good point.
That's all right, Steve.
I understand. I say this to someone whose entire country is in the ocean.
All the time. Yeah, but
And hey,
just-
don't get all high and mighty on me. You guys lost a prime minister to the ocean.
Yeah, but it wasn't because he forgot to close his mouth.
You know. How can you be so sure?
I just
No, go ahead.
all I wanted to say was, wait, what happened? I freeze?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
you froze.
Oh
You
no.
froze like I did as I was falling into the ocean.
Oh no, my computer. Oh, my
Someone threw
computer
off
just.
the banana internet boat.
everything's okay. Sorry, my computer just freaked out. It was just like, oh my god. But Steve, sorry, this is what I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
I know you. I know you as a human being. And if I saw a situation where someone said, "Hey Steve, would you like to go on the banana boat?" I'd be like, "No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to. Definitely doesn't. Hate that. He'd really hate it. He doesn't even probably want to watch someone on the banana boat. He's good. He's fine."
Oh no, I would love to watch someone else fall off a boat.
Oh, well, yeah. Like, but just how deep down the process were you unable to, like, what? How deep in this Ponzi were you before you thought you could get out? You know?
I mean, I didn't really understand what it was, and also Savannah did say, "If you don't want to do this, it's fine." But I didn't
So
really
then you had to
understand
do
what
it. That's
But I didn't
reasonable.
understand what.
So then you had to do it. I get it. I understand now.
Not only did I have to do it when she said that, but also I didn't know what it was. I thought, I was like, I've been on paddle boats, I've been in canoes, I've been on rowboats, I've been on speedboats, I've been on big boats and ferries, and I'm like, I could handle a fucking boat. Let's do this. Put me on a boat. What I didn't know was that it wasn't, do you want to go on a banana boat? It was, do you want to be hurled off a banana boat? That was the... Because I would have been
Surely-
like, oh, no, thank you. Or,
Surely,
no
when you,
gracias.
when you first saw the boat, and were like, this looks a lot different to previous boats.
It doesn't look like the ones that you guys are showing in the pictures, by the way. I see some of you with your backgrounds and stuff. It doesn't look like an actual banana. It looks like there were places to put your feet. So basically, like, you sit on the middle of it, the hot dog part, and you put your feet on the bun, if that makes sense.
Just really pushing this hot dog narrative, aren't you? I like it.
Looked like a yellow hot dog. So it
Hot
was
dog
like...
buns also lose a lot when they get wet. Sorry,
Yeah,
Steve.
look,
Keep going.
the part where you're thrown off the boat, you don't assume that. Like, a kayak looks like it can tip way more than a banana boat does.
Found it. Hot dog.
Pretty close. You know, put in like a couple more of those little handles, and you're pretty close.
All right. So, Steve, if I buy one of those, does anyone have a boat to tow him around on? Because I think we really need to teach him this mouth closed lesson. I feel like
I think
it's
you need
purely
to
for
shut
safety.
your mouth.
Guys, we're almost half past. We need to move on.
Sorry. Sorry, it was just the funniest thing because it was like Steve's like, I had a bad time, and I'm like, yeah, that was a decision-based bad time. Like the banana boat delivered exactly as promised.
Yeah, and also, I would like to add, in addition to that, the wedding was lovely, the country was lovely, the food was lovely, and the sunburn is not. This is my first sunburn in a very long time. And the craziest part about the sunburn is that I slathered myself in sunblock and was covered most of the time. Like, most of the sunburn is on my chest and shoulders. And those were covered. I was wearing a t-shirt for most of the day. And the time that I wasn't, I was in the shade a lot. And I was also, you know, I applied sunblock 3 different times. The equator don't fuck around.
Nope.
Okay? Apparently, 70 SPF sunblock and a shirt, they were still like, look at you. Come on. This is going to happen.
Maybe you should have submerged a bit more.
Yes.
Hid out in the safety of the ocean.
Yeah, if only I'd swallowed more seawater.
Good episode title. If only I swallowed. Welcome to Ask Us Everything, everybody. Good to be here. Thank you, Steve, for sharing that somewhat vulnerable moment. I do like that you admitted that you did it because there were children and you couldn't look weak in front of them. I've done that before as well.
No, it's not even I couldn't look weak in front of them. I couldn't prevent them from having a good time. If I was like, no, this boat has to go slow. Like, Savannah would have been like, okay, but do you think that random dad and the 2 kids would have been happy about it? Like, I didn't want to ruin their vacation.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
And
very
by the way,
sweet.
one more thing before we move on, okay?
Yes.
There was a guy in this, like, tour group. There were about 50 people in the group. There was a guy who had a bunch of buddies there with him who never took off his sunglasses, who had an uneven fake tan, who, when we were going back on the boat and a lot of people were tired, he was yelling along to the music. And he also, while the safety instructions were being given and everybody was like quiet and listening, he was yelling stuff to his friend who was like sitting 2 seats away from him.
Yeah.
Where do you think he was from?
America.
More specific.
New York.
New Jersey.
Come on, this is obvious.
Texas.
How are you
Florida.
guys missing this? What?
Florida.
Absolutely Florida. Of course he was from Florida.
Give us a break. There's a lot of shitty places here.
That's actually a very good point.
In fairness, when you were describing him, I was like, "Oh, cool. Bowers was there. That's nice."
Oh my god. All right, anyway, let's start the show. It was
Let's start the show. Thank you so much. Ask us everything. Welcome. If you haven't been here before, don't worry. You will catch on quick. The lovely flamingos will answer any questions you got in the chat. But first, there's a game called Last Call. It's last call. Time to shut your screen off based on the question. I know who I want to win this game. I know who I want to win this game. All right. Who have we got? We've got Tim Krebs. Or we got like a security cam link up to
Oh, maybe a bad ad. Sorry.
That's okay. We'll wait for. I don't know. Is that Tim? I don't know if that's Tim Krebs.
No, that's
I
probably
think
an
it might-
episode of Catch a Predator.
I don't think they know they're here.
Dude, if you want to find a predator, just leave a banana boat out. They'll arrive. Jake Parker, another cousin, Kira Murray, Frank Berman. Oh, Meg AI version. Oh, hello. And then we got Kari. We got Debs. There you go. Love it. Love it. What? What? How is Meg an AI?
It's
I-
just an avatar. I was trying to be funny.
Oh.
It didn't work. So.
Yeah,
I think you got
Dan,
a pretty good laugh.
Dan, we're like 3 months into the pandemic. You haven't seen filters? 3 years, sorry. 3 years.
Kira just became a fucking dog. How'd that happen?
Dan, is this your first day on Zoom?
Steve, is this your first time in water? All right. So,
Is this my first time in water? How dare you? Do I look like I have not been in water?
Sorry.
yeah, the native sea creature, the cow.
I'm a sea cow.
Really annoying that I genuinely don't know how any of that stuff works. All right, the way this game works, we ask you some 50-50 questions. You shut your camera off or leave it on based on the answer. We're trying to narrow it down to one person remaining as quickly as possible. Steve Hofstetter, would you like to kick us off?
I would. Okay.
Mhm.
If you have ever been thrown off, knocked off, whatever, a boat into water, whether it's a lake or the ocean or whatever, whether you were pushed off or like did the thing that I guess people like doing with the banana boats, shut your camera off.
Define boat.
Yeah, that's my question.
It could be floating hot dog. It doesn't matter. It could be jet ski. It could be anything like a method of conveyance into the water. I don't mean like dove into a pool. I mean like you were on a thing designed to keep you out of water, and then you were.
Yeah, watercraft,
Who
seacraft,
hasn't?
put in.
Probably a couple people.
Felt
No
like
more
a swing
clarifications.
pool.
Decide.
And then I'm saying no.
Decide. Good.
No, that's fine. No's allowed. Everyone just appreciates Steve being like a means of conveyance through water. I'm like, what? Like a man who's never been wet before describing that.
Well, they were saying, "What do you mean by boat?" And I was like, "Any kind of
Thing
like
that floats.
I have a valid verification, but I'm not going to go further.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm up for it. What is it?
I'm
What
up
do you
for
got?
it.
Well, do I go against Taylor or do I go with
No,
Dan?
do it,
That's-
Dan. They're my bosses.
My clarification was, does it count if you were on... Does anyone know what tubing is?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would count.
Yeah, tubing counts.
You're
Yeah.
supposed to get... They're supposed to throw you off the tube.
Yeah, and they're
Yes.
supposed to throw me off the banana boat, and I still don't like it.
Okay, so that's a valid verification, Taylor. Thank
All right, go split them, Dan.
How do you know what tubing is and not what a banana? It's not important.
You know how I know? Because I was like, what the fuck is this? And Savannah was like, well, have you ever been tubing?
That's not tubing.
It's not. All right, we're really not going to make this episode about what is and isn't tubing. All right, that's just not a good way
Well,
to spend 70 minutes.
Actually, the internet is a series of tubing.
Ugh. Ugh. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're doing it. We're making it happen. If you have gone, we'll keep with the getting wet theme. If you have gone to a public pool, not the ocean, a public pool in the last year. If you have swum in a public pool in the last year, shut your camera off. Damn it.
How about this?
Ooh.
If you can confidently and quickly tell me which, and don't tell me to do it right now. You have to say you can, and then we'll test you later. If you can confidently and quickly tell me what continent Costa Rica is on, shut your camera off.
You can? Okay.
And shut it off. I think they're both out. Oh,
No,
wait, no.
I shut mine off. I shut mine off.
Oh.
Wait, hold on a second. Let's see. On
Wait,
the
wait.
count of three, and just the two of them. Just the two of them.
Yeah,
On the
hold
count of
get
three.
back up. Hold on.
Yeah.
This sounds like some bullshit second chance thing. I won.
No, I'm making sure that they're correct. No, don't discuss. See, Debs was. See, she cannot. She's checking.
All
She
right.
just checked.
1,
They
2,
were both on screen.
3. What continent is it on?
North America.
They both said north?
Yeah.
Okay. And Debs, be honest with me right now, because otherwise I'm gonna lose a lot. What did you just ask him?
Okay, North America, yes.
That's not what you asked him. That's not a question. All
Yeah,
right,
she's
fine.
pretty confident about North America. Just put it out there. I have faith
All
in-
right, yeah. Once
possibility.
once she phoned a friend.
He was on screen. I mean, there's.
All right, all right. I just think because I thought I'd get you because some people think it's South America and it is not.
And I full on will tell you, I thought Central America was its own little continent, but I guess it's a sub-region, whatever.
Yep. Central America is a sub-region of North America.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I didn't know.
Shut your camera off, Dan.
What's the?
You'd leave yours on. Yeah,
what's-
it is one country away from South America. It's Panama and then South America.
Panama. A man, a plan, a canal. Panama. Classic. Taylor, what's the score?
The score is 9-6. Nice.
Yeah, Dan is pulling away like a motorboat with a banana behind it.
What a means of conveyance across water. Lovely. 9-6. Back to back. You love to see it. All right, let's get into reverse icebreakers.
Breakers.
You tell us the answer. We try and guess the question. Taylor, who we got up first? What up, Lindsey Brown? Good to see you. Been a minute. What is your answer?
Coronation Ace.
Coronation Ace.
Coronation Ace.
Coronation Ace.
Coronation
What did?
Ace.
Oh. What did? What part of his body did Harry tell the royal family to kiss?
Actually, that's an interesting question. Is America pro Harry or anti Harry? Where are you guys? Where do you guys sit on it?
I think it depends on I think
you hate
more of
Harry,
us are
good.
probably pro Harry than people in England are.
Oh yeah, I
But
don't think that's
yeah.
Okay.
That really descriptive book about his penis, right?
Oh yeah, the thing in the book about the frostbitten penis. Yes, that's
Yes.
correct.
Then we have
Oh
Pro
God!
Harry.
I thought you meant Dirty Harry. I was like, that's just a movie. It has nothing to do.
I don't know, but I think on behalf of America, pro Harry for weird penis book.
If you're willing to reveal the extent of frostbite to your penis, America supports you. Lovely. All right, Coronation Ace. Coronation Ace. I'm thinking, how did a government or local council misspell Coronation Avenue?
Solid, very solid guess.
I actually thought that was a bit of a shot. No, okay.
Yeah.
Nothing.
What is it?
It's what are my new blades called?
The brand is Coronation Ace, or the model?
No, it's the type of blade. The maker is John Wilson.
But
Yeah.
it's called a Coronation Ace. I like when
Yeah.
companies just put two words together.
Okay, so actually,
Oh,
that's
okay.
not what they did here, because John Wilson
Yes.
was the royal tool maker for King William III, and he was asked to make a pair of blades for the king, and that's how this whole outfit got started, like hundreds of years ago
Huh.
in England, and they still make them in England. So
Are they like the
it's
best?
relevant.
Are they like the
Um,
Hattori Hanzo of ice skates?
These are like, and they were $250. These are like the low end of like decent blades.
Well,
Sounds
Like
like
you
Jerry
could
was-
spend $800, $1,000
considering
just on blades.
that when ice melts, it becomes water, not a fan.
Well,
Although I would rather be hurled out of a boat onto ice than into the ocean.
I as a fairly new skater, I fall down a lot. I'm getting really good at it. So I know the feeling, and yeah, I think yeah, still preferable. I would agree.
Some of the other comics at the wedding were doing like surfing lessons, and after I got hurled into the water on that, I'm like, oh no, I would not. No, I would not ever try. My brother has learned to surf, and I was always like, oh, that'd be tough for me because I'm not I'm not great on like balance stuff. Like I don't skate or ski or anything, and so I was like, I wouldn't really enjoy that, and now I fucking know I wouldn't.
Yeah,
Congratulations
that would
on
be fun.
skiing. It's not my thing. Or
Yeah.
skating. I didn't even know.
Thank
What it
you.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
the best.
Yeah. Well, look, congratulations on skating. I mean, it's obviously not a particularly popular activity in Australia, but other places it does seem more appropriate.
Yeah.
But just the idea of Steve fancying himself as a surfer makes me laugh so much.
Well, no, I have, and that is the point. I did not fancy myself. I very casually myself.
Just literally, like, you start growing your hair a bit longer. You're down there early in the morning, just being like, man, this is what it's all about, huh?
Yeah.
Calling people bro. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm pumped.
wearing a wetsuit with my logo on it,
Yeah. Well, that part of it I can picture.
You need like a kind of surfer nickname, like like the red-headed American snowboarder guys, like the flying tomato or whatever. Like,
Could I be the drowning tomato?
in my head, you were the ginger shot. You know what I mean? Like kind of dropped into juice. The ginger shot.
No, I'm my nickname would be hydroponic because I'm made with water. Yeah, by the way, I hate it so much, and it's like 70% of me. It's real weird.
Did you know? I looked this up the other day because I was in an argument. 60% is 60%. Men are 60% water. Women are 55% water. We have more water. I don't know why. There you go.
I don't think that explanation holds any water. Anyway, thank you, Lindsay.
The fucking
Thank
pay
you.
gap. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ.
What are you talking about? Our body's the one that's diluted.
Oh, yeah, men are deluded for sure.
Yeah, chicks are human concentrate. You gotta love that. In fairness, I did bring up it's just like we're 5% more water, but women definitely mention like the moons and like the tides more than us. And I'm like, brother, yeah. We got one more, Taylor. One more on the reverse. Lovely.
Diane Shay.
I'm liking Lady's cameos today, just fucking popping in and then just like yeah. Got a big energy. Oh, thank you, Dan. Thank you for making Steve and I the Mattel toys that we deserve to be.
I had nothing to do with this.
You had nothing to do with that, Dan. You come on, Pink, get out of here. What is your answer, sir?
He leaned over and said, "That's all right," and I can throw in a comically bad accent if you think that'll help.
So
yeah, please.
He leaned over and said, "That's all right." That's what the tour guide said after I was like, "Why the fuck did you throw me in the ocean?"
What did the guy at the other next to me at the urinal say? That's all right.
Well, there's always an all right answer. What was the response when you said, "I swear this never happens to me"?
That's all right. I kind of like the idea that it was someone trying to be like, "That's alt right," and it's like, no, that's alt right.
By the way, speaking of alt right, when we were in the airport on the way back, we're in the Atlanta airport. Guess who almost rolled over my foot? Madison Cawthorn.
Oh dear God.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is. Please educate me.
Madison Cawthorn was a
miserable human.
He was the worst. He was probably the worst and most unqualified congressperson we've ever had until George Santos got elected. He was more ridiculous than Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert. Like, he was a total shit show. And I helped him not win his primary because I made a video a couple days before his primary, got over 1 million views. He lost his primary by 7,000 votes. And I had a number of emails from people being like, "Hey, I registered as a Republican to vote in the primary to vote against him because of this video." So it's quite possible that I helped tip those scales. He almost ran into me. He didn't really see me because he wasn't paying attention to anyone but himself. And then as he rolled away, all I could get a chance to say was happy to help. And which I'm sure if he heard, he took it as like I got out of his way. But that's not what I meant.
Oh, what does he do now? Does he have like a new gig, new digs?
I don't know. It's probably some sort of private consulting or something.
Yeah. Always. Oh,
Cawthorn. I heard Hawthorne. Cawthorn is such a shitty last name. Hawthorne? No, Cawthorn. Like a fucking raven? Go fuck yourself. Hawthorne.
I like it.
I'm just a simple Southern lawyer.
Oh my God.
We got to go back to Dan's answer.
Yeah,
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I don't remember what it is, if that's any consolation.
You know what? What did Dan say to us after we interrupted his game entry? He leaned in and said, "That's okay. That's all right."
Fuck you guys.
What's the accent? Is there an accent to give it? As all right.
The bad accent would be no, I can't even do it anymore. That's all right.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that what happened when you met Ringo Starr?
Close. Close.
I was gonna be like, did you learn what Matthew McConaughey's real speaking voice is?
Is that what happens when you met the guy that does the voice? Excuse me, for Wacko from Animaniacs.
No, it's what John Lennon said when me and my sister almost ran into him, physically ran into him. It was in the late 70s. Running while my sister was 3 and running down the corridor. I was trying to keep up with her. Her mother was walking with the grandmother, like 30 feet behind. And she suddenly screams, "Stop!" And we skid to a stop, like inches away from this couple. And my mother comes running up and is like, "Apologize." And we apologize. And he leans over to my sister and says, "That's all right." Pats her on the head. Me, I'm sitting there staring at Yoko Ono going, what the hell is this going on here? And then they left, and it was about 30 seconds later, my mother's muttering under her breath, and she suddenly realizes who it was, because we had no clue who it was. I was 6 years old. My sister was 3. But
By the way, the fact that you are staring at Yoko Ono wondering what this is makes you the perfect audience for Yoko.
That's fun. That's fun.
You should have hit him before he could write Day in the Life. Hated that.
Oh my god.
We're gonna take the take right now, but
Ladies vibe today, like hot take Corbin, just like
just for the record, I'm not a bullet.
So much vitriol for his part of that song. I have so much anger.
I'm really enjoying this. This is like special comments or like the field guy during sports. It's just like, what's going on down to the ground, lady? That song was bullshit. All right, thanks, lady.
Back to the booth.
Yeah, Dan, what do you fucking hate? Steve hates the water. He hates
remember that show Pop-Up Videos?
This really at the moment feels like sports shouting from 30 Rock. Sorry. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for that. Thank you, Lita. Thank you for the interruption. Can we have a regular question, Taylor? A regular question, because you know what I hate? When the show loses structure. I mean, I don't really mind.
Well, we got this guy.
LaBelle! Saved by the LaBelle. Thank you very much. Is it a hypothetical?
It is a hypothetical.
Hypothetical. That's what you asked. Sir.
All right. So I assume and hope you're both familiar with the franchise Transformers.
Oh, no, can you please explain it to me? Is it when a vehicle conveyances into a robot?
It's robots in disguise.
It's called Convoy, but all right.
So, I want to know, especially if you go back to like the older Transformers, where there was one that transformed from a cassette tape. But if you were going to be a Transformer, what would be the vehicle or electronic device that you are transforming out of?
Not a boat.
Steve getting in early. I was like, oh, banana boat seems fun. Then I'd be a inflatable transformer. That'd be cool. I could be like a little inflatable transformer. I could have one of those like, balloon animal poodles, and I could take it for a walk. It'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, a banana boat transforms into an upside down banana boat. The Transformer's name would be Capsize. Finally, the first fucking hour into the show.
Hey, it's been chaotic so far, but I really like that. All right, Steve, what are you transforming from?
Probably a tour bus. I would transform from a tour bus so I could have all my merch with me.
Your weapons just t-shirt cannons.
Yep, hell yeah.
The Decepticons are like, no, branding. Tour bus is good. Tour bus is very good. Oh. I don't know what I'd be. I don't think there's a vehicle that I'm particularly... Not a watch. That's true. No, I was because like in my head it was just like I know this sounds so lame, but in my head it was just white Toyota Camry because like that's my car.
What about no, your Transformer name is Soundboard.
It's like it's like Bumblebee in the movies, but instead of like different radio stations, I can only say words from jingles I've already done. A lot of different ways to say question, not a lot of other vocabulary I've got to work with. Soundboard's pretty good. I don't mind that at all. But Tour Bus, Steve, that is fucking spot on. That's very good. That's very nice. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think I know this sounds weird. I want the Camry. I want to just be like the most I want to be the only Transformer that's also kind of doing Uber on weekends. You know?
Nice. Transforms out of a car and you just got sandals on.
You're a Toyota Camry, so it'll be like, this is Bumblebee, this is Optimus Prime, this is reliable.
This will get you from A to B, no dramas.
Yeah. No, your Transformer name is Trunk Space.
Yeah. I like it. This is. Oh wait, no, but my Transformer name would just be Sedan.
Oh my god!
Oh no! Airport.
Oh, go from Dan to Sedan in 2.3 seconds.
So funny.
If there's time, you have one. Thank you guys.
You're very welcome. Thank you, LaBelle. All right.
By the way, you need to name one of your specials Said Dan.
I don't mind it. I like it. It'll get written down in a note section. Fucking Taylor said C-E, Dan. It's S-E. You fuck. Anyway. Spelling bee champion, Taylor Reshka. So let's get into some leader drawings. Leader. Hey. Do ya? I wanna draw me. A leader. Hey. Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. First up, I have this one. Coast Rica. There you go. I don't know if that actually shows the whole animation, but you get the point. Then I have. Steve, close your mouth. I don't know if that one showed either. Do you guys see the actual animation happening?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. On my screen, it's a series of flashes, so I'm glad it's coming through. And last but not least, for now, I have.
We didn't see the whole thing.
Go back. I didn't see.
Yeah, it didn't give the the tip
Oh,
of the
it is doing just a series of flashes
There's
for
actually way
you.
more to it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize there was more to it.
I wonder how many animations have been ruined because of that. Costa Rica.
Much better.
I'm gonna have to figure out why that happens. And then that's all right. And that's all for now.
No animation on that one. No me putting.
No animation.
I like that you gave him a backwards baseball cap because that's exactly the cap he would be wearing. The kind of dude who compliments your dick at a urinal. But that's all right. Well done. Everything's gonna be fine.
It seems like a very wholesome interaction for surprisingly.
I didn't see it as a compliment. I saw it as him being like, I don't mind you just peed on my shoes.
Oh. In my head it was like, hey, that's all right. And I'm like, thanks, man. That's all I've ever looked for.
Or you accidentally snuck a peek and you were like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then he was like, that's all right. This is what I'm here for.
If I didn't want this, I would have gone to the cubicle like a coward. Lovely. All right. Thank you, later. Let's get shit. We gotta keep moving. We got a few things today. Let's get into the would you rather. Take a second, take a break, recharge.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him. No.
I would you rather. Oh, yeah. There it is, Steve. That's what it's all about. This is the jingle. Weirdly, that Darth Vader breathing sound is how Steve sounded after the banana boat.
I don't think I could breathe.
All right. I gotta jump across to the thing. Did you see the Would You Rather this week, Steve?
I did, and it wasn't a would you rather, it was a would you rather or rather.
It was a Would You Rather. Absolutely, goddamn right. Are you okay with that? Is that? I don't know if it's unacceptable.
I'm okay with that, and credit to Savannah for calling it that. And by the way, when she told me, she's like, "Did you see the would you rather or rather?" And I was like, "Oh, did Dan call it that?" And she goes, "No." I was like, "Well, he should have."
I mean, I feel like these are the kind of notes we could do off screen.
And how could people laugh?
That's true. How could they bloody laugh? So the Would You Rather or rather, poly question, whatever. I would have been smoother with that if I wasn't hungover. These are the options. Eat only one type of vegetable for the rest of your life, eat only one type of meat for the rest of your life, or eat only one type of fruit for the rest of your life.
Now, I know this is a clarification, but I will explain. I am assuming this means it's not the only food you eat, it's the only food of that category that you eat.
Absolutely correct.
Yes. Okay. This was an easy one for me. Only one type of meat the rest of your life. First of all, makes attending weddings real easy. You just check off the one you were going to order.
Yep.
But also, the vast majority of meats people justify as, oh, tastes like chicken. Well, then just fucking, I'll get chicken. And look, will I miss a good steak? Absolutely. But, you know, if I'm choosing between the others, I mean, the idea of only one vegetable for the rest of your life, goodbye eating healthy. It'd be impossible. And then also only one fruit? Absolutely not. That is something I enjoy a great deal. And so I think that if I'm pushed, and that's the point of the game, I'm going chicken rest of my life.
Yeah. It does crack me up every week in the Facebook group, people commenting on it, no. And I'm like, this is a hypothetical, situation for your enjoyment. And they're like, I would never vote in something I disagree with. Like, okay.
They think that the fourth choice is no. Or they have been so trained by our election system that they're just like, lesser of two evils is not something I want to deal with. Just no.
I'll just jump in. Yeah, like this Would You Rather was, the opening up America to a third party candidate. Steve, weirdly, and I think maybe for the first time in this show's history, I agree with you both in option and in reasoning.
Really?
I think 100% chicken's all I need. Chicken's fine. Like Mary gets around salmon. I'm like, yeah, like okay.
Wait, that's not a meat?
No, exactly. That's a meat.
Fish is
Fish
definitely
is
meat.
Fish is
Fish
meat.
is a meat?
Yes.
Anything that comes from an animal.
Not according to the Catholics, but yeah.
Or the Jews.
No.
Are we really going to start listening to those two groups at this stage of the show? They make good
Hold
points.
on a second. Speaking of choices for a wedding menu, fish would not ever be under the meat choice. It would be like chicken, meat, or fish, and the meat. Okay, then this fucks my chicken choice. Never mind.
They have a word for someone who doesn't eat meat but except fish, pescatarian. If it was correct. So if there wasn't that, then maybe I'd agree with you. But the fact that vegetarian also excludes fish.
Yeah. I'm sorry, fish is
that's
it's the flesh of an animal. Meat.
Yeah, they have a word for someone who eats fish but not meat, and that's coward.
They call them omega-3s or whatever.
That would actually be my second choice for Transformer name. I'm Omega-3.
Omega-3? You just transform into a fish?
It's like I'm the most well-oiled transformer of fucking any transformer.
I still can't get over
Great
you
stuff.
being a sedan and just being like the drunkest Uber car.
It's like, hey, you guys want to lift home? And then I transform into the sedan, and everyone's like, fuck, that's convenient. Very good.
Wait, he had 10 pints. Should we do this? Or I guess for a car,
Yeah, that's
quarts.
Be like, yeah, that's his fuel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Biodiesel.
You don't even have to stop for gas. Did you see how many fried foods he ate?
See, that'd be a funnier joke if I wasn't literally staring at a fast food container. With Hungry Jackson, it was a mistake. All right, I'll be honest. I thought I'd give Hungry Jacks a go because McDonald's is shit, but it's also bad.
By the way, for people in the States, Hungry Jack's is Australian Burger King.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was mashed
And
potatoes.
you know, it's actually owned by a guy called Jack. He's real. He exists. Jack's alive. We got Jack. Sorry.
He is famished.
Yeah. It's fucking starving. You think after all these years of opening restaurants, you would have copped a burger. So, fish is definitely meat. You guys are crazy. So yeah, like
Still doesn't change it as much as I mean, I would lose poke. I would lose sushi. I would lose salmon. Ooh, I would lose lox. Like there are definitely some things I would lose, but for the most part, I think I eat chicken more than anything else. So
I just think chicken's so versatile. It can be healthy. It could also be unhealthy. Like it gives you like that complete range. Like, can you imagine just committing to steak for like every fucking meal? It's like, no, that's too much. It's like too much of its own flavor. Whereas
yes.
chicken, you can hide it.
Yeah, steak is fantastic, but I think it needs to be like special occasion type of thing. Like you can't have steak constantly, or it'll lose its enjoyment.
It's steakiness, and also very environmentally friendly. Chicken.
Yeah.
Very
Every
nice
now
to
and then
fry.
you have to skip one, which is a mistake.
Oh.
Damn
it.
Here, can I give you back an air horn?
Yeah.
Wow. Did anyone else just feel the banana boat that was this week's show deflate?
Yes.
At some point, it's
What's
got
the
to fit.
results there, Dan?
Oh yeah, fuck. What is this week's episode? No. Steve, the people agreed with us. It was quite a split vote, though. 40% said eat only one type of meat for the rest of your life, 35% with one type of vegetable, and 25% with one type of fruit. I think for once the Flamingos fucking nailed that because, yeah, fruit variety is crucial. That is like, imagine just a fruit salad, just grapes. No good.
Also, wow, would that destroy smoothies?
Oh, it'd be horrible. You'd have to have like those fucking veggie smoothies with just like the orange or apple doing the heavy lifting.
Not
No
to
good.
mention, so many desserts have fruit in them.
So many.
Yeah.
Like Steve, I reckon a really good segment would be for us to list some of the desserts with lots of fruit.
Yeah, let's just name all
I
of
just
them.
need one Code as cherry. That's all I need.
Either way, I also just realized that because there were 5 people on the banana boat, what? You
I'm
know
just-
that there's a pun coming?
Well, just the fact that you've been like, I don't think we've fully covered the banana boat.
Like my chest with sunblock. I don't think it's been fully covered. I was just gonna say that once the 2 kids wanted to go, and so did the father, that was clearly the tipping point. Worth it to make you guys feel the pain I felt when I swallowed salt water.
Yeah.
Choke on it.
It's amazing how universal the lesson "keep your mouth closed" is. Incredible universality.
Let it
tell you
burn. Let it burn your throat and eyes like it did to me. By the way, like when that happened, and I'm like, floating in the water, waiting to for them to put the banana boat back up. The father of the group is just telling me how good it is for you, and how he's like, yeah, it really clears you up, and I held back because his kids were right there. I want to be like, well, consider me fucking glass then, okay? Because I took in a lot of water.
I'm really concerned about this whole you swimming thing. I'm gonna maybe next time I'm gonna try a little lesson. It's just like you put your head out of the water, then you go back under the water, mouth closed. You know what I mean? Up.
I always learned to swim with just my head out of the water.
What? I was always taught you're supposed to like blow out through your nose while you're underwater. Like you're, like
I know
the
what you're
ocean is your
supposed to
Kleenex.
do.
Oh.
Steve, can you like do like freestyle? Like, do they not teach that in America?
Well, they don't. I mean, they don't mandatorily teach everyone swimming either.
Oh,
I'm an inner city kid.
like, I do forget this because like we have a pool in like the place where I'm staying here, and I had like an English guy in, and just like he was the same. He's like head not underwater like ever, and I was like, what? Like you're just really like protective of your hair? Like what's going on? And it's just like, I think it is very different in Australia. Like everyone kind of gets taught because you kind of need to know. It's like unsafe.
Yeah,
to not
just in
know.
case you ever get elected prime minister.
Yeah. Or you go down to the beach and you get caught in a fucking rip, mate, because you don't want to swim against the rip. You got to let it take you out and swim diagonally back across. Australia. So, Taylor, spinning wheel.
Yay!
We haven't spun the wheel for a while, Steve, and it's inflatable, so it seems on theme. 3, 2, 1.
Wait, before we go off on this, can we just talk about this Photoshop ad for a second? They're like, number 30, replace this guy in Adobe Photoshop with this lady.
Yeah.
Like, it really looks like it's like, you could just edit that picture into this one. Let's teach you how.
It's very funny because like replace this guy, but it just looks like a Van Gogh painting.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like Starry Night, and I'm just like, what is that? The artist next to it, you know? Anyway,
Who knows? Your prompt is, who is the most like a jar that one person cannot open, but the other does easily?
Steve Hofstetter.
How so?
Because I think you're not really telling everybody how you feel about everything all the time, but once you get to know you, then yes, you are. Some would say with a level of detail that somewhat derails the pre-planned comedy show.
Yeah.
So like you got the thing in the jar, you get the lid off, and then you're hitting it at the back trying to get the thing out, and then it all blurts out, and I'm like, fuck, yeah, that bit was a poor choice of activity, you know?
Yeah. Like, I should have left this lid on.
Yeah.
Should have stayed off the banana boat.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable assessment. Steve, would you agree with this assessment?
I would agree with that. I'm someone who typically, holds my cards close for a while, and there are a lot of people who have known me for years who still don't know me. So I would agree with that. They're bad at opening jars.
Bad at opening jars, but once you open that jar, ladies and gentlemen, ho, is there some marmalade in there? That was the most appropriately colored condiment I could think of. I hope that's okay.
That was going to be my follow-up of what is the jar full of? Nightmares!
Yeah, all right, we spun the wheel. We fucking did it. How good's that? We also have, I believe, a show and don't tell. Is that correct, Taylor?
Yeah.
And who's doing the show and don't tell? Oh my God, it's Lady Corbin. Fuck, I had no idea. Hey, are you ready with the show and don't tell?
I am ready. What is?
No. We're gonna play the jingle, but before that, it's really important that you show and don't tell.
God damn it. I hate you guys very much.
And Taylor renamed him Earpiece in capital letters.
I renamed it
Damn it.
Earpiece when he got in the show, and then I saw that he changed his name, and so I put it in all caps so he knew. Don't change his fucking name.
I thought it was from like a couple weeks ago though, but
Nope.
I'm a good sport. Nope. I still hate you guys.
Thank you, but that does sound a lot like telling. So, let's get show and don't tell. What does this object do? And don't tell. All right, what do we?
Okay, here's what it is.
It's a tiny bathtub.
That's a Leedy-sized bathtub.
Damn it, Steve had the better line. But it's a tiny bathtub. There's nothing. Wait. Oh, is it? Wait.
It's a bathtub-shaped something. I assume there's a second purpose.
There is a second purpose.
It's a lady-sized bong.
I was gonna take a serious guess, which either A could make me seem like a perceptive and well-informed male, or B could make me seem like a fucking idiot. So,
well, by all means,
is it some kind of cup?
Oh.
This is not a moon cup, if that's what you're asking, which is the best form of period. But no, it is not a moon cup.
It was like, it does
Yeah,
seem
it's tiny.
small.
This would
It
be
does
somebody
seem
for the
small.
tiniest flow on Earth.
Yeah. Like, I was like, it seems like one's cup would overflow, but you know.
Yes, one's cup would.
Dave, back to you.
Is that a protective cup for the kick in the nuts that masculinity just received from Dan's guess?
I think it was a very good guess, because I feel like other comedians would be like, we can't talk about that possibly being for periods. That's good.
Oh, we're not ashamed to talk about periods. I'm just ashamed that Dan thought that that's what that was for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look, I was under the impression very small, very tiny, like that'd last you like a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? I'm always happy to be wrong for the purpose of educating others.
Is that a measuring cup for a vampire?
Just vampire espresso.
No, but that's-
Gotta tamp it down.
Yeah.
Adorable idea.
So, yeah, it's just the world's worst shot glass kind of thing. Just like, yeah. Oh, one holds one breath mint. Said Shock. I don't know why you need one. So is it a little toy bathtub and it does something else?
It
Or is
does
not
something
a toy
else.
bathtub? Steve, do you have anything? I had that one guess and I was wildly incorrect.
Oh, I wasn't accurate. I have no accurate guesses. But all right, if I do an accurate guess, I feel like it's some sort of measuring device, just for a very small amount of something.
Would you guys like a hint? I can show you the whole object.
Sure.
Sure.
I am hiding part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if it was an earring, but it's an earring.
It is an earring.
Hey.
I guess Steve gets an accuracy point there, but I can't help but feel like it wasn't so much a hint as you telling us.
I don't know. I feel like you guys could have maybe been ignorant as to what a little hook on a bathtub might be.
Oh no,
I don't know.
I assume that was a fish hook, and that way, when you catch the fish with it, it does get a little bit of water.
Christabel says, but why? Because I go to a lot of thrift stores, and I think it's quirky and weird.
I rate them, and I would also like to point out Steve saying it's a fish hook. What a ridiculous guess! When you first showed the thing, I was like, "Is that a fish hook? Why would you?" Were you putting the bait in the little bathtub? And the fish
Oh, it's a bait tub.
A bait tub. Yeah. Well, thank you, Lita. Thank you for the earring. Lovely. All right, Taylor. I said we might. Do we have a new person for prepare to be judged? Do we have anyone?
I was trying to get Krebs, the security guy, but yeah, I couldn't get him on the.
That's okay. Sometimes you just can't catch Krebs. It's hard. It's hard to do.
Got one here.
Oh, someone's yelling, but another leprechaun hostage.
No.
Oh, no, it was Yithro, wasn't it?
Is it yes?
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah,
why
it was
did,
yes.
Why did leprechauns thing pop up. Sorry.
Yeah, I ain't got no hostages tonight.
Tonight.
The idea that you have to clarify the nights that you do and don't have hostages, absolutely crazy. Hello.
Already someone with fashion sense?
I was going to say that light up top and that kind of backdrop made it look like you were in some kind of interrogation room. So I'm glad that's
Or a car.
Or a car.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a car? Wait, so what have we got? Can we unmute Israel and learn old mate's name? That's probably the starting point.
Yes, I didn't mute you.
Are they just unable to get sound? Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So we are in a car, and someone just put on the chat that I am wearing a Mets shirt, and that is correct.
Excellent. All right.
Man,
What's
good to know we've got some good eyewitnesses in the chat. Oh boy, how'd they pick up on that one?
I thought your camera was just flipped and you were wearing a shirt about STEM.
Just a really big fan of the STEM faculties at universities. Fuck yeah. That's so funny. What's your name, sir?
My name is Moshe.
All right, Moshe, what you got for us?
Yeah, it's prepare to be
Prepare to
judged,
be
guys.
judged.
Oh, it's prepare to be judged. Oh, sorry, I thought it was a question. Okay, it's prepare to be judged.
This show is off the boat.
Throw down your weapons and prepare to be judged. Justice.
Audience member who has previously agreed to be judged. All right. So, Moshe, we're going to guess your current living situation, what you do as a job, and we're going to guess something that most people wouldn't know about you. Is that reasonable?
Yes.
Lovely. So just don't tell us anything, and then at the end tell us the real truth. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right.
Current living situation, clearly a car. A sedan, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, in my head is the current living situation is the back of an Uber pool. Israel doesn't actually know Moshe. It's just like, hey, dude, do you want to be a part of this weird show I'm watching? All right, for a job, Steve. What are you thinking about a job?
Based on the fact that it is extremely late over there, I'm assuming he's still in Israel, don't correct me, but based on the idea about being in Israel extremely late in a car with who I think is your dad, I think for a living, you are his kid on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Awful custody arrangement.
That was very nice from Mr. Hofstetter there. Okay, I'm gonna go in the reverse. I'm gonna say your current profession is that you sell counterfeit Met paraphernalia outside of baseball stadiums. You've got that energy.
Or the other guess I have is for his profession. He's the Braves PR guy, but he's terrible at his job.
Oh God.
All right, now, something that most people wouldn't know about you, Steve. You got something? Got an inkling? Got a thread?
According to the chat, something most people wouldn't know about you is that you're a Mets fan.
Very good, doing the chat well. All right. How about this? The thing most people wouldn't know about you. You can actually grow facial hair.
I have some.
We believe in you,
2
son.
weeks.
You have facial hair in the way that I've been boating. Technically true.
I mean, I am blonde, so you can't really see it.
Oh, I'm a redhead. Don't pull that shit. Redhead that's going gray. All right. Tell us the truth.
Okay, so he is my father.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Now
He
it
just
is
turned his
vacation.
camera. He's like, "Look, he is my father."
Oh, hi.
Now it's vacation, so I do live at home 24/7. Usually I'm in my school dorm, but still supervised 24/7.
So you're a student for a living, and then what's something that would surprise people about you?
No. Profession. I'm actually just a waiter, and it's like a Friday job to have some pocket money. No big deal over there.
By the
Yeah.
way, Friday jobs in Israel are tougher than in a lot of other countries.
I know. I'm experiencing them.
I get it.
Yeah. I like the idea. It's just like, yeah, I'm available Fridays. Nobody else is. I'll fucking corner that market. You know?
Hell yeah.
Love it. Rate it.
And the thing that most people don't know about me is that I actually stopped your podcast to tune into the show
You stopped listening to Dan's podcast
because my father turned on the Zoom. Yes.
in order to. Oh, wow.
Just to that part that you started talking crap about all these people, about all the people on this show. I stopped to tune in to the show.
Dan, you talking shit about us?
Look, I'll be honest. I actually don't remember doing that, but I stand by it.
You said that you mentioned you wanted to fuck flamingos or something, and people
Oh,
started
yeah.
viewing it differently.
Yeah. It's a very hard thing to shake. I don't know if there's any PR professionals in. But if at one point you really double down on fucking a flamingo, it's going to follow you around.
Dan, did you pay him to do? So I definitely want to listen to your podcast now, just to hear what shit you said.
I really don't think. I think I was just talking about how here we got like a name, flamingos, like, you know, just really stuck with that. And with this, I'd like another way to refer to those listeners that hopefully doesn't transfer the flamingo thing over. I'm happy to keep that here. Yeah.
Well, Dan,
By
you're
the
gonna.
way, we
Wait,
are
did-
in New York right now, coming back from a ball game.
Okay, nice.
And how many of those jerseys did you sell outside the stadium? There it is.
I actually collected 7 hats. Didn't sell anything, collected 7.
Oh, but you know they're getting flipped on eBay later. Come on, Steve. That's red hot. That was fun. Congratulations on getting to the game, man. I love that shit. Live sport's the best. So
Are you
Try to tune back
coming,
in.
Are you coming back from the Rangers game? Or the Knicks?
Yeah, it was a minor league game.
Oh, minor
Brooklyn
league game.
Cyclones.
Okay. I was like, I know the Mets are in LA. So Dan, by the way, if you don't like perpetuating the flamingo thing, you're really gonna dislike the picture that I took in Costa Rica for the Patreon.
Look,
And it will, for Dan's sake, be behind that paywall, and it will stay there.
well, thank you. Very thoughtful. All right, thank you, Masha. Thanks for letting us judge you. Appreciate it. All right, jeez, almost time to go. Steve, anything to tell these other people?
Tour starts in a couple of days. So
leadeth on the road. The leadeth cometh. We got one of those.
yes,
The lead is coming.
Leedy will be joining us in Pittsburgh in a couple of days, and then we hit the road. I'll be on the road out for like a month. So check it out. I'm constantly adding new shows. Just added Richmond, Virginia, and on Thursday I'll be tickets go on sale for Dallas. And I'll continue to announce more and more dates as the year moves on.
Awesome. Leadeth, anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna be going on tour. I'm selling a new merch shirt, which is still available on my Teespring, as well as the old merch shirt. You should comment in the Ask Us Everything Facebook group what I should paint on the wood that's inside of the bus, because I think I plan to do that on this upcoming tour.
Awesome.
Like a mural of some kind, and don't do anything too vulgar. A little bit vulgar.
A little bit vulgar. Just tastefully vulgar, like me assuming your earrings were a moon cup. Tasteful.
Yes.
I just do want to make it clear I do still have approval over this, right, lady? It is still mine.
Yes. And I am also willing to paint over anything you don't like.
Just making sure. I'm just a little afraid of when we inevitably get pulled over.
Or at the border crossing when they look in.
Awesome. Taylor, anything?
I just want Lee to know it has to be the Sistine Chapel with Steve reaching out to his merch.
Oh shit.
That's so funny.
That's brilliant because I was gonna do the reaching out, but I was like, what is he reaching out to? I don't know what else to put in there. So that's great.
In my head, it's like his fans like trying to touch him, and then him reaching back out, and then like the merch gets like whipped out of his pocket, and it's like, "You want this, right?" And they're like, "Damn it!" I love it.
Dan, I don't think you understand how still paintings work. Leedy, apparently you need to draw a comic strip.
Yeah, sure. It could have the panels like are actually on the Sistine Chapel, which do like depict many stories.
Yeah, the Stations of the Cross. There was that one where they famously served a non-meat meal with fish. All right, that was good. I don't got nothing. You can listen to the podcast. I actually don't slag you guys off. If I do, let me know. I forgot. I was probably drunk when I did that episode. So what do we got? We got latest drawings. That's it. That's the end. That's what's going to take.
Polls and then polls.
Polls.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I forgot about the polls. Taylor.
I just figured she's finishing a drawing.
Home Alone poll.
Yep.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
Rides on the banana boat. Taylor.
Yep. This is our last poll before the redemption poll of all the people who are like, hey, these should have been in.
Yeah.
So we got Heath Ledger, James Earl Jones, Darth Vader, Tina Fey, Rosario Dawson, and 10 of Santa's bad elves. And we have a tie. So, let me get Leedith back up here. So between I didn't even see who the tie was. James Earl Jones and Darth Vader.
Oh.
You know, just the guy who voiced it.
Well,
Your own fault.
can we,
That was the joke, motherfucker.
I'd think to play Kevin McAllister it should be James Earl Jones, and then we give him some freedom to do what he wants with the role, and if he decides to be Darth Vader, then that's fine.
Okay,
That
so
is my vote.
I vote James Earl Jones, but in The Lion King.
I concur.
Darth
I like
Vader
it.
Is a redemption poll.
All right, lovely. We got to the bottom of that. Taylor, save us with your wacky poll. What you got?
Oh, save is a strong word. So you're a demon and you want to mess with the mortals. So you decide to make a Facebook post that says, if you don't share this in 90 minutes, your soul is now forfeit. What is that post? First one, a picture of Kanye West saying he's just misunderstood. Second one, a video of two DeLoreans crashing into each other. 3, the soundtrack of the Carrot Top movie. 4, a picture of different ants in the Golden Girls. And number 5, ketchup on steak. Which I am very thankful that ketchup on steak got a lot of votes, but the winner was the Kanye West post.
Resume checks out. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you for getting the beat of the nation.
Oh yes.
All right, Leedith, final drawings.
Yes.
Draw me, Leedy, one more time. Oh, I felt that move. I think I timed that pretty well this week.
That
Leedith,
was fantastic. So first of all, I have this unfinished one. It didn't quite turn into Sedan the Transformer because I started making it as Taylor started reading polls, so it didn't quite come out the way we would have liked. Also, you can't even see it animating. It's beautiful. And then
like there is nothing more appropriate than me as a transformer not transforming quickly enough and running out of time. That is a true depiction.
Well,
Yeah,
I didn't
Dan,
end up
by the
finishing
way,
it.
Dan was not allowed to be. He was a superhero, but he wasn't allowed to be part of Watchmen.
I really enjoyed that joke. Well done. Yeah.
I didn't end up finishing it because I was working on this one, which I hope actually animates.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly the reaction I wanted because I'm really proud of it. And that's all for me.
That is
so good, and please send that to me as a gift so I can post that.
Will do.
That's awesome.
Or actually send it to me, whatever. I'll post it as a reel or something.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Lady, that is some of your finest work. Well done.
Thank you.
All right. That brings us to the end of another episode of Ask Us Everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please keep telling people about the show. As always, it is just the funniest thing that is impossible to describe to anybody who isn't here. You guys are obviously a huge part of that, so keep supporting the Patreon. I'll be back in Sydney next week, which is very exciting because I'll be at my home studio. But until then, Taylor, play a song, and everybody else fucking wave.